Good morning. Today is a different type of day. We're on a whole new property. We're doing all new things. We haven't gone to work in 3 days because the club has been slow. So, tonight we do have to go to work. But first things first, we gotta get coffee and I gotta show you the new project. It's pretty sweet. Oh. So we moved on to a new property. We are actually at a secondary lodge from one of the larger lodges. And this is more of like a cabin. What is that? Oh, okay. And I'm here to check traps, clean up the cabin before hunters get here, but it also gives me the ability that I have access to an entire house all by myself. There's nobody else here, and there's nobody set to be here for another 3.5 weeks. So I just have a property I can be on and not have to worry about being woke up or anything. I can just eat, sleep, and go to work. Sometimes not even in that order. There are a few things that we have to get figured out today. Like, if I do stay out here, how do I plug in? I have to figure out if there's an outlet on the side of the house, or do I need to run an extension cord through something? I have no idea. There's also a lot to clean up inside that house. I personally only cleaned the bathroom so I could take a bath. That was all I did yesterday. Yesterday was the first time that I was on the property, and soon as I saw that bathtub, I was like, ooh, we making ourselves a fruit platter and a charcuterie board, and we are chilling. And that's all we did. So, and that was amazing. I think that was the second, crash that I heard, was the trap shutting, because it's right behind my van. That's a deer. This land is really active. He said it was going to be active. I didn't think it was going to be this active. My gosh. Okay. Hi, buddy. So, I gotta go call him, and he'll come out and come grab you and take you to somewhere different. Okay. After further inspection, this is what I'm learning. I am house illiterate, dude. I don't know how to use a Roku. I don't know what a Wi-Fi router looks like. Like, I kind of know what it looks like. I get the understanding. Do I know how to reset it? Do I know how to plug it in, set it all? Negatory, Big Bird. I do not know any of that shit, okay? I've been running off a hotspot, Starlink, or my phone for the last 10 years. Like, even before I moved into a van, my house was primitive. Super basic. I didn't own a TV. Didn't have a use for a Roku. Didn't have a use for Wi-Fi. I did everything on my phones, like I do now. So, we have to get dressed and get inside. He'll be here in an hour. I need to come up with a list of cleaning supplies, so I need to go find all of the cleaning supplies, see if there's like paper towels, toilet paper, anything that they need so he can, because he's going on a trip right now to a bigger city, which, by the way, is 5 hours away. So he needs this list because all of the stuff that he has to gather is not from this town, and he has to bring it back in. And so, yeah, we're barely into our coffee and we're already starting our morning. And by 5 o'clock, we will get ready for work and go to work. Our days are going to be longer. However, our mornings are going to get really, really shorter because once season fully hits, I'm going to be going to work at 3 p.m. I'm not even kidding you. I'm showing up to the club at 3 p.m. I refuse to pay high house fees. I've talked about this on my channel before. The house fees out here, detrimental. You gotta work with them though. It's fine. That's why I'm kind of like doing other stuff to kind of make up for, anyways. It's a process, okay? The kitchen is clean. Super good. I still have to set out mouse traps and bait the other mouse traps and set them around the kitchen now that it's clean. I cleaned all of the Mr. Buddy heaters, so those are all dusted, and I used the air compressor that's over here. Dusted those out. They all run. I hooked propane tanks up to them. Bathroom is clean. This bedroom is clean. This is waiting for the wash. Everything is good. Living room is clean, vacuumed. Baseboards are done, organized. Now we're starting up. Hi. Now we're going to go upstairs. I'm not going to do all of this today because I still have to go to work tonight, so I don't want to tire out. But we are washing a load of towels to get that ready. And then, yeah, I feel like this is a good day. This is good. As hot as ever in this van. Oh, the internet people are here. Okay, so now I don't have to run the Starlink, hopefully. The thing that I have to say that I am so grateful for is I get to spend most of the time inside that house during the day because for some reason it is late October and it's 80 degrees outside. Does that make sense to anybody? Doesn't make sense to me. I'm hot. Can't be in this van for very long. Okay. It's hot as ever in the van, but we got to get ready for work now. So I need to get my shower stuff. And I need to put my stuff. Oh, the wasps. Dude, they are like, you kicked us out of this house. We are coming back in, woman. No, you ain't, motherfucker. No, the fuck you ain't. I'll have wasp spray tomorrow. Mess with me. Okay, so tonight there's a group from Nashville coming in. So we're going with the full cowgirl look as much as we can. We got the fit. So we have the feed bag, the boots. This is the fit for tonight. There's a group coming in from Nashville, so this should make sense. I gotta change the laundry, put the clothes from the sheets from the washer into the dryer, and I also have to unplug the van. And there was one other thing that I remembered. The window's open. I gotta close the window. So, and then we can leave. All right, while I make this bed, I want to finally discuss something. And I've realized that the easiest way for me to go about processing my feelings right now is to just write them out. And then just kind of do like a systematic voiceover for you guys. And I can better explain myself when I'm not just speaking out loud and I have a moment to think through my thoughts and how I would like to answer certain things. So in my comment section of the pheasant season video, someone suggested that I make business cards and promote my YouTube channel. And I answered her, and I think the way that I answered, it didn't give enough context. It didn't provide an understanding. And so I thought on it for a while, and I wrote something out that I think a lot of people are going to appreciate and kind of grasp a little bit better of my situation and some understanding to how I'm processing things, I guess. So without further ado, I wrote a story for you.
It's strange living in this split reality where one part of me thrives off independence and creation and the other survives in a system that's built on performance. On YouTube, I'm the narrator, the one in control of how much of myself I reveal, how I frame the story, what truths I choose to share. But in the club, I'm part of someone else's fantasy, a softer, more submissive version of myself that fits into the atmosphere because that's what the job demands. I've learned how to balance both worlds, but it's a very thin line. The more I let my authentic self slip through, the raw, unfiltered, too real side of me, the more it disrupts that illusion. Suddenly, I'm not just the dancer. I'm the woman with options, with boundaries, with a platform. And that shift changes everything. There's a loss of mystique that happens when people see you as real. The same men who once romanticized the version of me under the neon lights start to back away when they realize I'm more than just that. In the YouTube world, authenticity earns respect. In the club, sometimes it costs it. It's a weird kind of duality. Being hyper-independent, self-sufficient, running my own channel, editing my own story, and then walking into a place where I'm paid to be agreeable, to move with the rhythm of someone else's control. I exist between both worlds, performer and creator, object and storyteller. And maybe that's where my power really lives, in the tension between who they expect me to be and who I actually am. But lately, that balance has been harder to keep. During pheasant season, the club fills with hunters, men running from their own reality, chasing distraction in the dim light and loud laughter. And in some strange way, I realize I'm doing the same thing. I'm running too. Not from work, but from the stillness of my lifestyle, from the weight of everything I haven't processed. We meet in the middle, them and me, both of us pretending for a night that we're somewhere else, someone else. It's a performance that goes both ways, but the older I get, the more difficult it becomes to play along. I'm not willing to fabricate a story anymore, not even for the sake of the illusion. My authentic self slips through in the way I talk, in the way I look at them, and in the quiet between the songs. And that's where the tension lives, between survival and serenity, between needing the job and refusing to lose myself inside of it. Every year that line gets thinner. Every year I feel myself choosing truth a little more, even if it costs me the comfort of pretending. And the repercussions don't just stop at the club doors. When I reveal that I'm a dancer on YouTube, it shifts how people see me there. Some viewers can't separate the craft from the stigma. They question how I make money and how I survive on the road, as if the way I earn my freedom somehow makes it less real. Every pheasant season, this reality shows. I lose subscribers, people drift away, uncomfortable with the truth of my reality. But time has a way of revealing character. Some of them always come back. It just takes a moment for them to think, to see that nothing about me has changed. I'm still me. I'm still the woman behind the camera, behind the wheel, behind the lights. I'm just a little more honest than most are willing to be. I've learned that honesty can cost you attention, but it will always buy you peace. I can't control how people see me, only how I continue showing up. Even when it's easier for me to hide. I'm done shrinking for comfort. I've worked too hard to build a life rooted in truth. If being real makes some turn away, I'll trust that the right ones find their way back. Because I'd rather stand alone in authenticity than be adored in disguise.
Listen, I know that everybody is curious as to what I actually did on my birthday. I didn't go to work. Okay? I didn't. You know what I did tonight? Okay, I spent the whole day watching Khaleesi, which is Jamie's dog. Actually, I should probably be real with you guys. because she's trying to get out of her stripper persona and not be that anymore. And I know her as Jamie just as well as she knows me as Starlin. And her name is Cheyenne, just as much as my name is Lace. But nobody knows us as that. And so we're actually figuring out who each other are within that. And so today I spent the day making Mississippi pot roast, watching Khaleesi, cuddling, watching Netflix, making rice, Mississippi pot roast. And I went bowling tonight. That's what I did. Yeah. I went bowling with some random guy named Rhino from South Africa. Yeah. This is... I don't know who this person is, but I'm okay with it. Like, whatever. I don't know. I hope this makes sense, because I can't form full sentences right now. I'm not going to say that I'm not fucked up, but I am fucked up, so look at this meal, though.